Hey guys, and welcome to another reaction video. I messed a bit with my setup on my desk here, mainly with my screens. Put them a little bit more in the corner there. I think I'm gonna leave them there. I think I like it like that. Maybe not. I will see. But yeah, today I am. No, wait. First, sorry for the weird upload, like the inconsistent uploading the last couple of days. I don't know what it is. It's just sometimes I don't record, I forget to record, I don't want to record, or whatever. Sometimes it's something. I'm trying to get back to the usual 2 videos every day upload schedule, but yeah, we'll see how this works out. Today I'm continuing the Taking Ponies to Series, or Taking MLP to Series series. No one said anything from at the last video where I asked if I should do it in the right order or if it doesn't matter, so I'm just gonna assume it doesn't matter, but I'm still gonna do it in the order, like the oldest video to the newest video. It's kind of all over the place, these videos, so I'm guessing he's just taking anything he wants always. So yeah, today the 2 videos, or the 2 episodes he's focusing on, are Bats and Pinkie Pride. At least I think that's the names of these videos: Bats and Pinkie Pride. Pinkie's Pride. Yeah, taking Bats too seriously and taking Pinkie Pride too seriously. Bats. I like Bats. I like Bats. I really do. It's a pretty good episode on itself. I really like it, and it has a really cool song. So I don't want to talk about the episodes very long, so I'm just gonna say that I like him. Pinkie Pride is by far my least favorite episode of the entire show. I really don't like that episode. Not because of Cheese Sandwich. Cheese Sandwich was pretty great in that episode. It's something else. I don't want to talk about it. Because then I would just sit here for 10 minutes just raging about the... Maybe not raging, but I would get pretty upset. Or at least a little bit upset about the episode, because I really don't like it. I think he likes the episode. I can see why people like the episode. It's really just a thing that's... it's my personal problem. Something that has to do with how the main 6, or the rest of the main 6, behaves towards Pinkie Pie. And they behave in a way that I personally, if some of my friends would treat me that way, yeah, they would have a problem with me. Really. Yeah, but like I said, I don't want to talk about it. I think he will mainly say positive things about that, and I'll just have to deal with it. I don't like that episode. I think I've made that clear, and it's not going to change. If you like it, that's fine by me. I don't. But yeah, let's just get started. I'm talking way too long already. With Bats. 3, 2, 1, click. I like that intro.
Boy, was this an episode. Writers, have you been watching horror movies lately? Because this is just a little out there. Yeah, the animation is good. It's nice to see the animators go above and beyond. Yes, the musical number was awesome. I'm a huge Danny Elfman fan. Yes, the moral fit just... What did I just watch? Okay, let's just skip ahead and dive into the meat of this. Spoiler warning. This episode introduces a new species of bat, the vampire fruit bat. These bats are distinctly different from normal fruit bats in that they suck the juices while the other bats just eat the fruit. Why that is and why they haven't shown up earlier is beyond me, but that's not important. Twilight proposes a solution to change the vampire bat's eating habits. Yeah, because that worked so well last time with the parasites.
Yeah.
Not to mention you could potentially kill off their families due to starvation.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think this is thought out well enough.
No.
Anyways, Twilight's spell backfires in a sense, because of course it does, and we see Fluttershy undergo a slow transformation lifted straight out of the fly into some sort of fruit bat / pony hybrid. I hesitate to call this a bat pony or a thestral for the mythology buffs out there, because again, going back to the fly comparison, Fluttershy seems completely driven by the vampire bat's instinct. She doesn't recognize her friends, and at the end she has no memory of what has happened. This is the main reason why I don't think she was a legitimate thestral. She wasn't in control. And also, Thestrals as vampire fruit bat / pony hybrids? That just sounds weird.
Yeah.
One thing that particularly interests me is that Twilight said she transferred the desire of the fruit bats to feed on apples to Fluttershy instead of fusing them together. This raises some questions. Animalistic desire can cause physical changes? Like a short-term evolution caused by different biological activity in the brain? Well, this isn't the first time something like this has happened in the series, see Spikezilla, so it's not entirely unbelievable. But I have to ask, within the equestrian universe, has this sort of hybridization happened before? Have other pony animal chimeras existed? If so, what kinds? And under what circumstances? I expect dozens of fanfics explaining this. The explanation behind how Fluttershy was transformed confuses me a little bit. The desire that transferred to Fluttershy because she was using one of her abilities, the stare, and Twilight was using one of hers, and it sort of rebounded onto Fluttershy. It's vaguely explained how this works, but I've got a few theories. The first one is one of proximity. Fluttershy was the closest thing to the vampire bat's desires once they were removed, so maybe the desire had to be absorbed by something. I mean, the desire has to go somewhere. The second theory is one of a magical connection. It's not a stretch to believe that since all ponies carry some sort of magic in them, that Fluttershy's magic manifested in a stare ability, and using it taps into her inner magic. So does that mean when a pony uses one of their special talents, they are more vulnerable to magic around them? It's a thought. The third theory is that this was just an accident. This isn't the first time Twilight's cast a spell that's sure to work, but it comes with some unforeseen consequence. Maybe Twilight's not so great with magic as she thinks she is. Maybe her spell is much like medicine, have side effects if conditions aren't perfect, like magical abilities. You can't account for every scenario. Or maybe magic itself just has unpredictable results. I am personally thinking that theory 3 is most likely, but I could be wrong. When Fluttershy changed back to her normal self, we see spectral bats fly off screen. I have to ask, what were those? I can say for sure they are not vampire fruit bats themselves, as again, going back to Twilight's explanation, their desire was transferred to her, not something physical. This is not a fusion, it's more of a mutation. The best theory I can come up with is that these spectral bats were a magical manifestation of the vampire bat's desire to feed. But if that's the case, where did they go? Did they dematerialize off screen, or did they fly around and eventually become true vampire bats? Or did they find another host and bond onto them? Honestly, I don't know, it wasn't explained. So in the end, I liked this episode. It was cheerfully creepy and gave me a bit to think about in terms of what magic is and what it's capable of. Or maybe it's a kid show and I'm just taking this too seriously.
Probably. Okay. Yeah. I like that one. It had some theories that were interesting, but yeah. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and start the next one. Full screen in 3, 2, 1, click.
Okay, gonna be a rather meatless analysis this time around because, well, this episode was rather unimportant. Don't get me wrong, I liked it and the unimportance made sense, but usually episodes offer some sort of world building for me to latch onto and play with. Color me surprised that we didn't actually learn anything significant about the Apple family or Pie family. Here, let me explain what I mean. So it begins with Twilight looking at genealogy. Why she is doing that is anyone's guess, but we can leave that up to fanfiction. Pinkie discovers that she and Applejack might be related. It's not too much of a stretch to believe this, as they're both
Pinkie Apple Pie. I thought I was looking at Pinkie Pride.
I can understand Pinkie's excitement as figuring out if you're related to someone you know or a famous figure is really fun to learn about. I just wish Ancestry.com didn't require a paid subscription. So they decide to try and confirm it and travel to their relative's house. And what follows is the typical road trip from hell plotline, and boy do they exploit it. Not as much as, say, Tiny Toot's Adventures, but still I got quite a few laughs at the shenanigans. I really like the morals the show gives about families, and this one is no different. I like how the show constantly compares family and kinship to friendship, but still treats family with a special dignity. I'd also like to say that Applejack is my second favorite of the main 6, and this episode exemplifies why. She's very tight-knit with her family to the point where she ties her identity to it. She's also very tough on herself. Despite all the good and helpful things she does, she rarely cuts herself some slack. She also has a tendency to make herself physically suffer and tell half-truths in order to keep others' opinion of her high when all she's really doing is lowering their opinions of her. And again, in this episode, she wants to tell another half-truth by only showing Pinkie the good side of her family. And before the Applejack is the element of honesty and shouldn't lie brigade comes, this is still keeping with Applejack's character. Almost every time Applejack told a half-truth is because her pride got in the way. Even though Applejack has the virtue of diligence, as in she showcases integrity and fortitude, her vice is pride, which constantly gets in the way of her being completely honest. And this makes her a three-dimensional character. As an aside, this episode suggests pride and stubbornness seem to be a trait shared amongst all family members. I really like seeing Applejack interact with her siblings. They all seem like an actual family, especially with the bickering and the next to immediate making up afterwards. I also like how it's showcased when you're trying your best to impress someone, everyone tends to be a little more on edge and testy when things go wrong. I also like the little touches with Big Macintosh. One scene puts more indication he is a casual philosopher behind his one-word answers and gets quickly irritated when people start questioning his abilities. And that's it. Nothing much to say as we got next to nothing concrete about their family lines. And that was the point of the episode. Still, would have liked something a little more juicy to work with. Although, let's have a little fun and assume Pinkie and Applejack are distant cousins and try to work out how they are related. So, Applejack's great aunt Applesauce is a fourth cousin twice removed from a pie family member. Assuming that pie family member isn't Pinkie, and also assuming the generations had similar lengths before a new one started, that means that Applesauce shared a great-great-great-grandparent with a pie's great-great-great-great-great-grandparent. Or vice versa. That would make Pinkie and Applejack 7th cousins or 9th cousins. Wow, I can't believe I just did all that. I'm taking this way too seriously.
Yes! Yes, you did. Okay. Yeah, this is Pinkie Apple Pie. I actually let me look something real quick. There we go. Yep, the next episode would have been Pinkie Pride instead of Pinkie Apple Pie. I got the wrong video. That was an accident. I clicked the wrong video. Yeah, Bats and Pinkie Apple Pie are right next to each other here on my screen, and next to that would have been Pinkie's Pride. So I read it to a wrong video. Then I'll just do Pinkie Pride next time. Yeah. But yeah, sorry about that. Wow. As to the first one, I don't think there is really much to say. Yeah, it was a little out there, a little out of nowhere, but I liked it, and the music video was great, as you said. His 4 or 5 theories, whatever they were interesting, but he's probably right. It was probably just an accident, or just a child. Children can't talk today. Next one. Pinkie Apple Pie had another great song, which he didn't mention. But I mean, why would he? He was just briefly mentioning the musical number in Bats 2 and wasn't talking about it. And this series isn't about the songs, it's just about just overthinking the plot of the episodes. Yeah, Apples to the Core is certainly somewhere very up on my list of the favorite MLP songs. Not my favorite, but it's pretty high up there. Jeez, I'm hungry. What else? What can I say? I don't know. I sort of like the idea that Pinkie Pie and Applejack are very distantly related. I like to imagine that one of the writers just one day noticed, wait a minute, Apple Pie? Apple? I got an idea for an episode. It's probably not at all what happened, but I just like to imagine that. It's funny. Yeah, I don't know why. I just like that idea. I'm gonna roll with it. It's my headcanon now. But yeah, what else can I say? I don't think I can really say anything. So I guess I'll just end this episode here and say I hope you like this little commentary, and I will see you next time. Bye.